What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Secret Life of E. Of course, I am E, and you know I'm out here holding it down for that girl who's getting it and grinding, getting a couple coins and learning a few lessons. If you haven't already, make sure you take a quick second and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on those post notifications so that way whenever I drop a video, you can be notified. So today I want to go over a few things that I would tell my 23-year-old self. I'll be 28 in a few weeks, so that's 5 years ago. So I feel like this will be helpful for somebody out there who may be that age and may be struggling with a few things, or you know, just give somebody a little bit of advice. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I would tell my 23-year-old self is to know your worth. It is super important to know your worth, because if you don't know your worth, you will literally put up with a whole trash can bag of bull, and boy, I tell you, that is so important. And not only will you be putting up with a whole bunch of BS, you will actually allow yourself to be participating and acting a certain way that's unbecoming of a lady if you don't know your worth. So it is very important to know your worth. So that is the first thing that I would tell my 23-year-old self. Know your worth, young lady. The second thing that I would tell my 23-year-old self is to be single. I feel like 23 is way too young to be trying to be in love and trying to establish a relationship. Like, you barely know yourself at 23. You probably don't have no money at 23, and you just need to worry about your 23-year-old self. Like, that's it. So definitely be single and focus on you. So the third thing that I would tell my 23-year-old self is to take advantage of every opportunity and give everything 150% of what you have. So I was in a really good opportunity, and I don't think that I did enough, but I was 23. I'm not regretting it, but I do feel like I could have done more, especially now that 5 years later I'm still doing the same kind of thing in the media. And I just feel like you always have to take full advantage of all your opportunities. The fourth thing that I would tell my 23-year-old self is to be better with money and to save a little bit. So I would literally go back in time and ask myself, is it that serious to have 5 of the same style shoe in the same color? Like, no, it's not. So cut back a little bit. Like, you don't need to have the latest and the greatest of everything. I feel like if you save money ahead of time, it kind of sets you up to where once you start making a decent amount of money, you already know what to do with it. So unless you're 23 with, you know, bands in your bank account and your 401k is saved up and, you know, you have residual income, then maybe you can get all those shoes you want. But until then, you just need to cut back and really focus on your future, because if you don't set it up right at the right moment, you will really be screwed. And furthermore, when I was 23, I didn't know what a rainy day was. So when I had a rainy day, I didn't have an umbrella. So you always want to make sure that you have a little money to the side for if something happens, and like things do happen, to where you'll be okay if like anything were to happen and you needed a little bit of cash. So always save for that rainy day. So the last thing that I would tell my 23-year-old self is to be consistent with your dreams. I actually started a YouTube channel for the first time around like 5 years ago, and it was a different focus, but I do know that I wasn't as consistent as I should have been. So I always wonder, you know, like, I wonder if I would have been consistent, like what would have happened. So with that being said, fast forward to 28 now on this new focus, and I'm being consistent, so just watch out for your girl, okay? So that wraps it up for this video. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that thumbs up and also subscribe, because you know I will be around continuing the conversation about that real stuff. And in the meantime, make sure you check out that Instagram page at _Secret Life of E to keep up with the day-to-day. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.